Then there's Dom. Come on now, hold on. Let me do this right. 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 Because
Okay.
I'm gonna do this right. Yeah, we should do this. Come on.
So here's the thing, Dom.
Oh,
Can't afford it.
Hold on.
They can't afford to have negative words for you. You ever go to a bank and you already have a negative balance and you try to withdraw something and it doesn't allow you to? They are the negative balance. There is nothing that you can withdraw from them. The reason why they're negative balance is because they have gotten so comfortable and used to what's mediocre. They've gotten so comfortable and used to what's safe. They've gotten so comfortable and used to what is okay that they've been brainwashed into thinking that any life above what is normal is weird. It's not okay.
yeah.
That can't be a life that you're trying to live.
It hits
because
somewhere,
it's not
doesn't it?
enough, when actually it's the opposite. You can't pull nothing from a place that's already in the negative balance. Now you, my brother, you are a full balance. You're one of those contracts that's like about to hit in the millions, but like you gotta wait until shit clear because the price on your head, the bounty is way too high.
You see?
And then that's when we start right here.
Yeah.
So you're now tuned in.
That's it.
This is The Unfinished Artist, hosted by me, Poeticlee, Poeticlee.
Yes. That was fire.
Let's get this thing started right.
Bets on me, gotta put on for the team.
The team.
We have dreams, but don't know how to sleep.
How to sleep.
Drop that party slow it every time. I don't play to play, I play to win, I'm taking.
Hold on.
I do not ask for permission, I only pray for forgiveness and guidance. Rivalry needs competition, I do not see it, it's purely unbiased. Surely and lightly, they talk all the time. Can't back up claims made online. Talk is too cheap and they can't afford honesty. Honestly, bitch, you wasting my opportunity calling. I gotta get that shit. Take a flip and reverse it, make it repeat results. I entertain the elevated, I ain't even prime yet. My EP, it's the third album. I do what I need, so I get what I want to. Get what I need, might grab what you want to. Taking my time, get it turned timeless. Since you rewind it, does that mean timeless? I hold it together.
All right. I about got caught into a zone right there. I got caught into a zone.
I saw, I was like,
caught
damn.
into a zone, but I wanted to start with that energy though.
Yeah.
I wanted to start with that energy. I wanted to start with that respect. I wanted to start with that integrity about a project and about an artist. And if you don't know, you're listening to right now, this is The Unfinished Artist, hosted by me, Poeticlee, Poeticle. And I have, tell the people how they say your name.
Dominick
Dominick. What's the last?
Charrette.
Charrette.
Yeah.
Say that one more time.
Dominick Charrette.
Dominick Charrette.
Yeah, it's a powerful name.
It's powerful. That's why I wanted you to say your name, because
People don't say it right.
people don't say it right, one.
Yeah.
But then also, we live this life as artists where we hear our names being called. Then there's a moment we got to call our name out.
Yeah.
So by even you sticking to your name,
Yeah. It was intentional.
it was, right? And being, so the whole point of this even called as The Unfinished Artist is that we're creating. And people sometimes see this music and sometimes they see the album and they think that this is, okay, this is it. This is your milestone, which it is a milestone, but it's not. It's just one part of the story.
Yeah, it's just one.
So let's start with the first part. Why be so intentional with that name? Congratulations on this project, Timeless. We're going to get into it. Even though, it's even, I love the fact that we're doing this interview now, even with the project being what it is, because it goes to, once again, timeless. So it should be, it really shouldn't even be a timeline of when you ever talk about this project.
Facts.
Because it lasts forever. So first things first, your name, what was the intention behind keeping that name and staying with your name?
I didn't, for me personally, I feel like just me. I feel like I've seen certain artists and they'll create like a something to hide behind, but like your name is Poetically. That's literally it's your name though. Right. But it's nice. Like it makes sense. Yeah. You're not like a little flat screen. Like
that might actually be hard, little flat screen.
It's kind of
little flat screen.
Shouts a little flat screen. But I rather it be my name, and it's also sort of for some people it would be sort of like reclaiming your name. Like, no, this is my name. So I'd rather use my actual name so there's not some sort of facade to hide behind.
So I love that you said that, not a facade to hide behind. You know, I created say heroes wear masks. Do artists? Do you feel like that would have the name kind of creates a different persona of a person or a thing to be something else rather than who they are born as?
I feel like sometimes it could.
Yeah,
Definitely. I mean, I'm not saying all of the artists because I mean, we know great artists that don't use their actual name. You know, but that's okay because it works for them. They're still themselves, but that's just how they present themselves.
Right.
I do think there's a difference of how you present yourself, but I mean it's up to everybody. So I'm not here to be like, hey, don't go by a stage name, like. But I just feel like there's more intention, there's more of a personal touch when you use your own name because you're talking about your life, which is weird, but that's the fact of it.
All right. So when you talk about your life with this album, that's why I even started talking about like just being emotional weak, you know, and the levels of getting through life and stepping up this staircase. You said this is a dark album. I could debate, but but I understand perspective.
Yeah, I mean, now that I've had time on it, I don't really think it's a dark album. I think to sort of expand on what you just said is like. So I had a project before this, Mixed Emotions, which was my EP, and my intention with that was just to see if I could do it, like just to see if I could do it and prove it to myself that I could. And then I did it. I felt like it's successful, and I basically wanted to see if I could do the same thing, but in just a different direction. And I accomplished that because it's not like the first project, but it still has content in it, but it's just different. And that's why I wanted to go with Timeless.
All right, so when you put this together, right, and then you have this come on right here.
Oh man,
I'm gonna let this rock out. So if you're listening, this is the Unfinished Artist, and what we want to do on the Unfinished Artist is I want to go into your world.
Okay, welcome.
I'm gonna let a little bit of this rock.
Where are your friends who take all those pictures if you want their dressing design? I'm not judging the dress, I'm judging your friends. They don't get two shits about you. That post says sex, so.
All right, let's stop there.
Yeah.
Who gave you your license? Because I want to know.
Yeah.
Who gave you your license to talk the shit that you're talking?
Myself.
That's
Myself. What permission? What's that? I do not ask for permission. I only pray for forgiveness and guidance. That's it.
So, living that way, creating a project, creating an album. When you're writing this, is there ever any thinking, or is it just an automatic? Because sometimes as writers, we have automatic writing where we just go and do. Or is there a process? Or is there a calculation of what you want to write about?
Yeah.
Then once I write it, I'm reading it. Let me fix this.
I think it's more of a case by case basis. That one I did in 15.
Yeah.
Which was funny because Sonny, shout out to Sonny, producer, he sent me that beat. That opening, the first verse and that hook was the first thing I thought of. And I was like, that's dope. And I actually had the second verse already written. It was to something else, but I just was like, that fits. So I just slid that on there, and it was done in 15.
With you, and
it's almost like I hear the beat and then like I make that song.
Yeah.
And if what I've learned is if it's uncomfortable, it's probably the right thing to say.
Ooh, if it's uncomfortable, it's probably the right thing to say. Where has that gotten you in life?
I think it keeps me elevating.
Yeah,
definitely. Because if you just like that simple, you don't grow in your comfort zone. Like this, it's true.
Yeah,
you just stay comfortable.
How do you know when you're comfortable? Like, how do you know when you're working on this project right here? How do you know that you're saying something uncomfortable? How do you know you're saying something comfortable? Because so like I look at like these alter worlds, these alter worlds happening, right?
Yeah.
And there's a world where you're saying something you don't feel comfortable saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how do you know that the world that you're in is comfortable with making something uncomfortable? That makes sense.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Okay.
I'm gonna try. I think I get what you're saying,
Okay.
but like, you know, kind of.
Okay.
So the like with the first bars, where are your friends who take all those pictures of you underdressed and designer? I'm not judging the dress. I'm judging your friends. They don't give two shits about you. That was honestly, I was being petty. I was definitely being petty because I was just went through a breakup.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
And I just saw it like that's not you. Like that's fine. Like you be you, you do you, but that's not you. Like I know you, and now I see what you're doing, and it's just dumb. Like stop. Why are you trying to do that? But at the same time, who am I?
Yeah.
No one. I have no say.
Yeah.
It's not my life.
Yeah.
But that is my song.
It makes the art.
It's
though,
my
right?
art. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's my expression.
And it's
of
other
that
people
situation.
can feel it too.
Exactly.
Do you get text messages and calls?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about that as artists. When we do that, when we create our art, and our art has an expression that makes other people feel a way.
The first time I got a message about it, outside of a friend, because I did get that, but I'd rather speak on that because I had a stranger actually DM me about my first project.
Yeah.
The song was called Playboy, and she reached out and she was just like, I really enjoy this song. Like, thank you for making it. Like, hope you're doing good. Like, you know, like all that supportive type shit. But it's from someone that doesn't know me, so they don't owe that to me. There's no reason for them to reach out.
Yeah.
So when I got that, I was just like, thank you. Yeah. And now I've gotten like a million other text messages from people that are my friends, or like people that say they were my friends, and they're like, oh, this is dope. But that one I felt like connected more. But I have had other situations where I've made songs and the people that they can resemble notice it, and then they will be like, "Is that about me?" I'm like, "Are you offended?" Then probably.
So when they are offended, what do you say?
What do you want me to say? Like, you want me to apologize? Like, why would I apologize for the situation that we both had a hand in? Like, you made your choices, I made my choices. There's no reason for me to apologize to you.
You keep moving on.
Yeah. You moved on, I moved on.
So do
I
those
need to
friends
still wave it high at you? Like, there's no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, I love that energy. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna kick shit with you today.
All right.
I'm gonna kick shit because when I listen to the album, and this, like I said, it's been some time listening to it over
Thank
months.
You.
Yeah. And when I listen to it, I hear someone that kind of rolls like I roll, in the sense of I'm going to be me, but that's being an artist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, and setting yourself free. You make an artist. I mean, you make an album like this right here.
Yeah.
And this comes on. I want to know.
I can tell you. What you want to know? Want me to tell you how long it took to make this?
I'm gonna let this vibe real quick. Yeah. I just want them to hear your vocals on this real quick.
Man.
Cautious, gorgeous, your type hits me every time. Painted, perfect, at me from first sight.
All right. Now, Light Switch Lover. I know you working on a new project. You know, well, I'll talk about that towards the end. Just asking a few things. But you're working on a new album. I heard that song. Like, man, he could rock that out for this summer too.
Yeah, I that was my whole vision with it.
Okay. I was like, man, this right here still needs. I love that.
Thank you.
So, though, I think it's very clever.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, I could look it up, but I don't want to get on my phone. But
all right.
This beat, I'm pretty sure we got back in like 2018. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like, it's either 2018 or 2019.
Yeah.
I spent a very long time on it, which is interesting because I don't really. That's a lie. I definitely go back to songs, but I'll forget about them. That's my problem. I'll just keep moving, and I'll be like, oh, I forgot about that one. That's like Like that song. Totally forgot about that beat for a while. Totally did. But I think it's interesting because when I first listened to it, I was like, man, this is different. Like, I really like this. Because that, Sonny made that before we had like those 80 Vibes records out.
Yeah.
So like, I was like, man, that's like really cool. Then I started hearing it. I was like, damn, I should have got it done earlier. But like the hook for it, I'm not even lying to you. You know, I was playing video games.
Yeah.
I was playing Rocket League, and I had this song playing in the background, and I just happened to score a goal at the last minute, and then the beat dropped, and that was the first thing that came out. I was like,
it's genius. It's genius for, I think the lyrics, we're going to get into the lyrics, because the lyrics are very genius.
Thank you.
That's a clever job as an artist.
That's the whole job right there.
Though, even though the artistry of the beat and the production, you know, I love where I'm at. Even, man, that 80s vibe. It's some things while I was working on, I was like, oh, these synthesizers about to, this is about to come back.
They do it.
If there's some changes that are about to happen.
Yeah.
And the synthesizer is about to come back in a certain way.
Oh yeah. You
did something perfect.
Thank you.
When you do that, how do you feel as an artist when that song comes out? Is it something that do you have expectations, or do you just have a plan because you know it lives forever?
I try my best not to have expectations with any of my music because like I like my music. That doesn't mean everybody else has to.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
But I definitely did think that that was a solid song. Like I was when I finally finished it and heard it in full, I was like, I feel like I did it justice. Like, especially because I sat on it for so long, and once you have something for so long, it becomes even more pressure to get it like perfect. Yeah. And I did take a lot of time with some of the lyrics. I tried different things because I didn't want to say things the way that I've said things before.
Okay.
I didn't want to say things.
Speak on that as an artist. When you realize that you may be repetitive in a certain message.
Yeah, it just well, I mean, you as an artist, you are speaking from, well, typically you're speaking from your own experiences. You're drawing from your life and stuff. So of course there's going to be common themes among your music. But I just don't like the idea of sounding like a song that I already have out, or like saying something in the way that I already have out. Like if it's unreleased, cool, because whatever gets out first gets out first. Right. But like for the second verse, I literally sat on my floor for an hour with my eyes closed. I had a pad in my lap and a pen, and I just, like, if I felt something, I just wrote it. And then after that hour went up, I was like, okay, can I use any of this? Yeah, I could. So I was like, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool.
Man, all right. You just took me down another alleyway. Because you spoke on something that a lot of people, they may not truly understand, and that's why we speak on it. And that's why this is the point of this. I didn't want to just have interviews where I'm interviewing someone about a single.
Like, how was this song? Do you like this song?
Right. Like, album, when you're doing an album, when you're doing a project, you're going through a journey, right?
Absolutely.
That's why I wanted to do this.
Hero's journey.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Hey, yo. All right. So, speak on this.
Okay.
You laying on the floor.
Okay.
Explain that to people and why that is important. Like, we do meditation, right? It's different forms, but sometimes just listen to the beat, and so sometimes just listen to nothing. Yeah. And being in some of the most places that people wouldn't even understand, or why. Explain to why that's important.
I think it's important to try to almost take yourself out of the equation. It's like you're drawing from yourself, but like sometimes you have to not focus on, oh, this is my song. Because I feel like if you focus purely on like I'm saying like too much, I'm focusing on that now. No.
Like simile.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I forgot my train of thought.
You were saying like.
Yeah, I was saying like a lot. I was like, damn, why are you saying like so much, bro? You don't know how to speak?
Okay.
Okay.
Going to your point of, I found myself where I just need to sit in the chair by a window and just let the beat play.
Yeah.
Laying on the floor. Where's some of your best spots that you can just zone out and really let the music come to you?
It's honestly when I'm doing easy tasks.
I
I have better ideas.
Yeah.
Or if I'm gonna try to sit with intention. There's this one spot over by my place. So we'll walk to the park, and I'll just sit in this bench, and there's this field, and there's all these huge trees. It's been there for way before I've been alive. So I just like those types of feelings, or just in my room and have my vibe set. Us artists like colored lights and stuff. So I'll have my lights on. I'll just sit there and just sort of let go of expectations of what I think the song should be and just let it be. Because when you try to force it, people can't tell when you force it. You can finesse it, but I feel like you can tell when an artist really forces a concept on a song.
Any of these songs on this project were forced?
No. No. I don't like it. I won't do it if it feels forced. I would say that Light Switch Lover definitely took the longest, so I guess you could say that was forced, but I just can't revisit it.
Yeah, in your sense of force, you mean to where I'm taking it and listening to it from the perspective is that attempting to create something beyond what is actually it's like trying to make a canvas be a banner.
Yeah,
it's like it's a canvas. It's not.
You could try to make it work.
You can, but you're. It's not made. Do what you can do on the canvas.
Yeah.
And I like what you did right there. It's like you can't. Yeah. So when you make this song and I'm gonna play something, I'm gonna play a few of these. I'm not gonna play the whole album. Okay. So don't think I'm about to play this whole thing.
It's
you got a lot of songs.
It was a lot.
14 songs. I'm gonna speak on that though real quick. 14 songs. This is your first full album.
Yes.
You had your EP, but this is your first full body of work.
Yeah.
Was it? Why 14 songs?
It felt right.
Yeah.
That's truthfully it. I just go until I feel it's complete. I don't really have a set number. I might have an idea of a range. You know, for my EP I wanted 6, but I got 7. So we're good. But on this one, I definitely I feel like I at least wanted 10. Something that you open it and you have things to choose from. It's not just
was time ever a thought process too? I wanted to be this length of time, or we're in this special age of streaming, right? Versus just so you're doing 14 songs. You put this out in 2020, December, right? Or was it November?
November.
Okay.
11/11.
Oh. Was it
11/11/2020?
Okay, because that's right. I'm glad you said that.
4:44 a.m.
Wow, a lot of numbers here.
Yeah.
All right. So you put out 14 songs in 2020.
Correct.
How much music did you work on in 2020 total?
Oh, I don't have a number on it. It's a lot.
Was it okay?
Because it was different circumstances in my life, so I had more time to actually make music.
Okay, so how did you zone in? Say, I don't want to make so many different projects. I want to make one project, and these other songs maybe just end up being rough drafts for something else.
Yeah, it's kind of tough.
Yeah,
it's definitely tough.
Yeah,
I think for me, I'll have a certain theme or mindset that I want for a project, and if it fits that, then it fits that. If it doesn't fit it, I can't use it. There was a couple other ones that I kind of wanted to include because I thought they were good, but I just didn't see how it would fit. So I had to not include it. But I'm not mad because I still got the project. But
yeah, the reason I paused, I'm thinking myself too. I know those moments when those songs don't fit.
Yeah.
Though they end up being the stepping stone to another project that you didn't even realize that.
Absolutely.
Right. So I'm gonna get to talk about that later, but first, 11/11. Why was that important for you to drop it on that date?
I kept seeing it.
Yeah.
I kept seeing it. I was trying to figure out when I wanted to release it.
Yeah.
And I didn't. And again, it goes back to intention. I really wanted it to have a significance whether no one else cared or not. Like
Yeah.
I wanted it to come out on 11/11/2020.
Yeah.
Like even the music video that I did for Light Switch Lover, I released that on my birthday, and like I was just like, it wasn't. I didn't. The worst part about it is if you listen to the music video, I'm telling on myself right now, but if you listen to the music video, it's not the version that's in the album. It wasn't even the like final edit.
Yeah. So,
but I still wanted it out.
You wanted it out. Sometimes, okay. Speak on that. Sometimes something has to come out.
Yeah.
That was one of those things.
Yeah. That was it. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's even what's interesting to elaborate on that is I feel like whenever there's some sort of change that's about to happen in my life, or I'm walking down this certain path and I know that like I'm going in the right direction, an issue with my car always happens. Always. And I got into an accident the day before. Damn. And I was like, no, I'm still gotta go. No, sorry, the day of. I got it on the day of. On my way back. Yes.
Of the video?
Of releasing it on my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
On my birthday, I got in a car accident. I was in the left lane, someone was in the right lane, and they try to make a left turn. It doesn't work like that. Like, why'd you do that? Charlotte. Shout out to Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte.
Y'all can't drive.
We're not gonna talk about that. Okay, well, mentally, how do you push yourself? What do you tell yourself when that happens?
When I get that setback?
When you get in the accident.
Truthfully, I was kind of happy.
Yeah, no,
I kind of was.
I want the truth, and I think that's good.
I was kind of happy.
Hearing sorrow all the time.
Yeah, like I mean, after I realized the other person was fine,
yeah,
I was happy. It's just because it was scary because I hit their driver's side. Yeah, I mean it wasn't my fault, but I still hit him, and the ticket says it was their fault, so we're good.
Let me get to this next song where he incriminates himself. All right, I'm playing this for a reason.
Let's see if you get it. I'm playing.
Hey, I'm gonna let this rock.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let this rock.
Wonder if I cross your mind. What does it feel like when it's every time you and I head over hills in the sky? We're up so high, stuck in the blur. What do you prefer? Footprints cross the sky, then it's gone to the bottom. Struck a nerve, but this time it hurts when the feeling goes on, and I'm upside down and I'm all in my mind. It might look easy, but I'm hard to find, 'cause life's all about wrong place at right times. Round and around, we'll be gone a lifetime. Tell me, what is life worth for a second chance with you? 'Cause life's consequences versus circumstance with you. And if I...
All right, so first with that song, salute for making a left.
Thank you. You get it.
No, because I think that's that, and that's why I wanted to say that first, and that's why I played that.
Yeah.
I think even the irony of speaking about the accident and then playing this next, like salute for being able to allow yourself to adventure sounds, adventure styles, adventure.
This guy gets it.
Yeah, come on, this is the unfinished artist. This is the unfinished artist. I'm
Poetically unfinished artist.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious because I'm an artist, so I'm here to learn.
Okay.
So, as a student, you're a teacher. You're a teacher
we
because
all teach each other.
We all teach each other. That's true.
I feel like I needed to say that.
You're saying that because you're saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Though you're a teacher.
Okay.
Because there are parts of you that by expressing yourself, you can show someone else how to do it.
Yeah.
So when you do that right there, even have the feature on there.
Yes.
It's is that the only feature on there?
Only feature.
That's the only feature on there. Why is that the only feature?
Because I like him. That's it.
Okay, was that just a vibe thing? Like, I know this fits for you.
Or
were you in the same? Were you just in the same vicinity at the same time?
Well, that's actually Sonny, my producer.
Yeah.
And
okay, I figured that. Yeah.
Yeah, and Shout out Sonny again. We were in the session, and I actually really liked the beat, and he thought I didn't like it, like for some reason. And I'm like, bro, this is fire.
Yeah.
And he just like forgot that, I guess. And I started writing to it, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna use this. And then he was like, I wrote a song to it. I was like, okay, let me hear it.
Yeah.
He was like, I got a spot for you, but like I wrote it. And then I heard it, and I was like, oh, that shit's nice, man. I like this. And then he broke it down for me what the song is actually about. Did you get what the song is actually about? I'm not trying to be an asshole.
No, what? Okay, I want you to explain it.
Well, when I heard it, I was like, oh, this is just like some song about like some relationship or something like that.
Right.
I'm gonna butcher it, so I am sorry. But in short, the song is actually about suicide.
Okay.
Which was wild to me.
Okay. I picked that up, and
I didn't when I first heard it. I was like,
but not suicide. I picked it up in the sense of
you felt something, right? There was something there that was like, what is that? That's what it was for me. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth.
No, well, I feel how I took it and how I'm listening to it is, you know, even though it's a high, it's a happy beat. It's just, it's the fact of it's the fact of like, yo, what is this life that's going on?
Yeah.
And so I look at that.
Yeah. When he told me that, I was like, bet, because for me it set up the next song perfectly. And but what I wanted to do on this song, this is actually the most awkward song for me to listen to.
Wow.
Yeah. Just because how I approached the verse was very, I feel like I'm giving myself advice. And it makes me feel weird. I'm glad I did it. And I'm glad that I had certain conversations with some of my friends because they definitely did help me feel better about it. Because I didn't really want to go in that direction, but I knew that's the direction I had to go, which goes back to not forcing it and just letting the song be exactly what it needs to be. Yeah. And I think I like it, but it definitely does feel uncomfortable sometimes.
Wow. All right, so with feeling uncomfortable, as we started, I guess that'd be the theme.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
How does the sequencing of this project go? This is a very strategic thing that you line out?
I actually don't think about it for the entire duration of making it. And once I feel like I hit the point where I have all the songs I need, I already have the idea of how all these songs go because I've already written all of them. Where maybe I've recorded them, maybe I haven't, but I know how it's gonna go. And I really just I called out of work one day and I made the list. That's really what I did. I was like,
So you called out of work just to make the track list.
I don't work there anymore, but yeah.
You calling out, right? How does that? You call out. You get you at home.
I'm just telling on myself today. It's okay.
I don't really feel like I need to work on this track list.
What's
the vibe like for the day then? Man, no work. Man, you just work. You go ahead and putting the track list together. You listen to the music when this happens. What's the vibe like? Set that day up for me.
Man, it's probably nothing like. My family was out of town at the time, and they have some animals there, and I was going back and forth to take care of them, feed them, give them water and stuff like that. And that week, I did not have money. I was broke, and they had food, so I went over there. I was like, man, I'm gonna just eat here for the week. It's gonna be chill. It's gonna be great. Yeah. And then I woke up that day, and I'm just like, I just need to get this done. I just need to get this out. I need to continue, need to progress. I just need to move on, keep going. Yeah. And I did end up going in to open up the place, but after I opened it up, I left. Yeah. And then I actually got the order the first time I went down to actually sit down and do it. I just sat down and went through the entire thing, just boom, 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 wrote it down. I was like, that's it. And then later that day, I had Sonny and Jake come over, and I showed it to them, and they were like, that's it. And it was nice because I hadn't, for this project, for the first one, there was a lot more communication on like how the song sounded and stuff like that because it was my first one. And on the second one, I sort of took more responsibility on myself to be able to navigate that, and so it was definitely more of a more rewarding feeling to be able to present it all at once to them.
So, taking that time for self, because that was a self-care day.
Oh, that definitely was.
I mean, you had a self-care day,
Yeah,
bro. It wasn't just taking off from work. You had a self-care day.
Yeah, because it was just...
It matters.
Yeah, it does.
Because art is life.
Yeah.
You not creating this project doesn't stimulate to this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of different things don't really happen.
Mm.
So that already shows the power that you have, and that it's going to create and continue.
Yeah.
What song do you listen to in this project that really motivates you? Like, I'm here for a reason.
That's a good question.
I do this.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you could tell. You could tell. I think there's different songs that evoke that emotion for me.
Yeah.
Just because I'm not a what's it called? Like I don't make one type of song, type of artist.
Right.
You know, like yeah. So I feel like the ones that do it for me for different reasons would be mine, Let Me Help, Cologne, and Facts. Oh, it's not called Facts. Sorry, the beat was called Facts. The song's called Growing Pains.
So this right here.
Yeah.
And actually, I should have asked you this question earlier. Mine, I definitely knew that you were gonna say that.
Easy.
The pussy power goes as far as I let it. Self-control feels just like whoever.
Now, when you perform this, you ready for that moment, right?
Bro, so hyped. I'm so ready for that moment.
Put a hand up if you
Hold me down. I got issues with commitment when my heart's not in it.
All right. You make a song like that. You talking the way you talk on this whole project. I'm going to get to the shits now.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. Yeah, absolutely.
No, I'm going to get to the shits.
Oh, you're going to get to the shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You make a line on this album.
Yeah. Keep your straight face. Yeah, what's up?
I'm paraphrasing.
Okay.
But you mentioned another rapper.
Did I?
You do.
I did?
You mentioned a colleague.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Did I really?
You did.
Who?
Well, we talked earlier about how names, people go behind different names. So I'm going to use his government. You mentioned Arbery.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I did. On the intro. I definitely did. Oh, man. I definitely did.
Yeah. And you mentioned, all right, I'm going to stop playing around. I'm going to stop playing around. You mentioned Drake, right?
I did.
And you mentioned sounding like Drake.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Explain that and explain...
That's a great question.
The inspiration versus
so ready for this.
The replication.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna let you go. The floor is yours.
So I grew up listening to Drake.
Yeah,
it's very apparent.
Yeah.
Grew up listening to Drake and Cole. Those were like my two main ones. I mean, obviously I listen. I don't even want to go through everybody else.
Right.
Just for this conversation, those were like the main two people. And definitely when I was younger, I emulated his sound because I just thought some of the stuff that he said was cool. And there were some of the songs that like actually hit me, like resonated with me. I was like, wow, this is like really quality content. Like you're making me feel things. I really appreciate that. And as I've grown as an artist, I know that I have strayed away from sounding like him. Yeah. Like, cause there are times where I'll come up with some bar or something like that, and I'm like, I can't use it because that sounds like something what Drake would say. So I will twist it, I'll tweak it, and I'll make it my own. But it's definitely something I'm mindful of, because one thing that I have noticed about just an average listener to music, that someone that enjoys it, is that people will always want to compare you to someone else so they feel comfortable about it. Like they're always going to be like, oh, you sound like blah, 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 like to justify you. When really as an artist, it's like, okay, yeah, like I'm inspired by them, but if you listen, I'm nothing like Drake. Yeah. Like, if you actually listen to what I'm saying, you'd be like, oh, like, You don't say that.
So
Like-
is it a thing when you said that you sound right? What is that sound, and how has your sound found your sound? How have you found your sound?
Honestly, I think it's just being open to being yourself. And I feel like I'll sound sort of like Drake because of my voice. There's certain tones that I'll be at, and it sort of sounds the way that he does, or it's like from a distance. Like there was one song, I don't know what it was, but if you play my song from a distance, it sounds like it's Drake because it's that same tone.
Yeah.
But like I can't help
So
that.
it's a tone. Yeah.
I can't help that. That's not my fault.
Is it an inflection? What's the word? Inflection.
It's like a placement.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a certain placement. But yeah, and I said that line, don't dismiss my greatness by saying it's Drake shit.
It's Drake shit. Yeah.
Like, stop.
Yeah. Someone's approached you with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. They'll be like, man, that's like Drake.
Do you look at that like a real high compliment though?
It's a compliment.
Okay.
No, I'm not trying to like discredit
Because
like,
because
doesn't suck.
the reason he's the boy is
Yeah.
because he flips so many. He evolves his own sound. You evolving your sound too, and the '80s, the '80s synthesizers mixed with hip hop. What does hip hop mean to you?
It's a tough one. Hip hop to me, I think, is more like your story. Like I want to say the word culture, and I don't know why, but that just feels right to me.
Okay.
Like, it feels hip hop feels like your life.
Yeah.
Like there's certain like other genres, not to shit on other genres, but like I feel like certain genres don't do music justice because they're so like narrow,
Constricted.
like.
Yeah.
Why do all your songs sound the same?
Yeah.
Why do you all have the same structure?
Yeah.
Why are you saying the same things but like with two words that are different? Like it just, I feel like there's authenticity to hip hop than other genres. But that's just me.
There's more.
Who am I?
I like that. When you talk about, you mentioned culture, right? And you speak on the story representation of it, right? How do you find yourself in this culture? Like how does Dom?
How did I get here?
Well, no, not even to that point yet, because I don't need to ask that. As a historian of history, you can have a personal story, but that's already being explained throughout this whole interview.
Okay,
You got here because music is gonna do what music does.
that's true. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my question is, how do you find yourself in this culture, though? How do you find confidence in yourself in this culture?
These questions. That's good. That's a good question.
Hey, man.
How do I find confidence in myself in hip hop?
In this culture, yeah. How do you find? Yeah, because let's call out that. Let's look at all right. Boom. Let's look at things that may make you an outlier, right? First things first. People look at.
Yeah,
color,
they were like,
skin color, right?
what is he?
Right.
I've gotten that a lot.
Right.
Definitely.
Then they may look at the beard and be like, oh, yeah, okay, he's cool. You know what I'm saying? Then they may
And then
look
they
at
see
the
curly hair and they're like, wait, what is he?
It's so many different.
Yeah.
We as humans in society, we look at so many outside aesthetics to make judgment of what's
justifying what they're seeing.
Justify what they're seeing. So
Yes.
how do you find confidence in being not only in such a judgmental society,
Absolutely.
but definitely a critical culture?
Yeah.
It's legit.
tough.
It's one of the only cultures of music that is criticized the way it is, inside and outside.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like absolutely. I don't even know. I think I stumbled down this, I'll say road, this path, because when I was younger, I was really into poetry. Like I just really appreciated it.
Dope.
Like I just liked the way words work. Like words are important to me. Like you can say so many different things, but if you say it the right way, it means something different. You know what I mean? Like if you how do I say that? Like one of the things I've noticed, here's this one. Like I was dating someone and I would say, I like you, right?
Yeah.
And the typical response would be like, I like you too. She never said the two. She always said, I like you. And I asked her, I was like, why do you do that? And she said, well, when someone says I like you and then they say I like you too, it sounds sort of like, oh, I'm saying it because you said it. When I'm gonna say I like you because I mean it. And
this is where men get like in so many. There's another meta world of this conversation where men get in so many troubles. But I like this. I like that. I'm learning.
Yeah. So I feel there's definitely intention behind how you say certain things, and I think that's where I fell in love with. I fell in love with the words and the messages that you can convey and the aligning of certain words to evoke emotion.
Yeah.
Because I could say something like. I don't know, like a line that I have, but if I would have said it differently, it might not have connected. Right?
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. So your confidence is deriving based on how you're viewing it for yourself.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
And I also know that it's definitely tougher for me to almost be accepted or like viewed as like a rapper or an artist. Like when people ask me like, what do you do? Like
right,
earlier this week, I was at my day job and we got to talking. I don't remember how we got here, but she was like, oh, you make music? I was like, yeah. She was like, what do you do? Contemporary? I was like, no, I rap and I sing. And she's like, oh, you rap? Like no one ever sees that. And that's fine with me because you're looking at me and giving me a judgment when it's okay. Like I understand. Like everyone's going to have a judgment on that. But I just can't let it really affect me because if I always go off of what other people feel, then I'm just basing my feelings off of other people's feelings, and now it's not even my own feeling anymore. Like there was one thing that I had a coworker once at Publix. He said to me, "You can't let someone control your emotions because then they control you." And that sounds so simple, and it sounds like that would be like some common knowledge, but it was just how he said it to me. And the context of the conversation, I was like, that resonated differently. Like he meant it. There's a difference between saying something and like meaning what you're saying. Yeah. And it was just, I just did something to me. I can't really explain it.
No, that speaks volumes. When you do that and when you say it like that, man.
And to go more into the judgment part, I did a live performance for Indie Charlotte charts, and I remember I'm the only.
What are you?
I'm Puerto Rican and Italian.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And I love the way you said that because that was my trick question.
Yeah.
Is that we are living in a world of constructs.
Yeah.
Your roots are Puerto Rican and Italian.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where your roots are.
Yeah.
So I love that way you said that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, since I am mixed, I've had people come up to me throughout my whole life, and I feel like when I was younger, they were more rude about it. Like the people come up like, "What are you?"
Mm-hmm.
And when I was just in a bad mood, I'd be like, "Human."
Yeah.
And then they look at me like I'm dumb and like I'm about to say something else, and I just don't. Because first off, who the fuck are you?
Right.
Why are you coming out of nowhere? You don't even know me.
Right.
We're not gonna ever talk again. Why do you need to know who I am?
Right.
Anyways, getting back to the live, I remember I was going up next, and I'm sitting. How they had it arranged was, it's like there's a studio area where like the DJ or like it was also a radio show as well where they had it. There was this part, and then you go into this door, then that's the place where you can perform at. Yeah. And how it was I was next, so I'm sitting in that little studio, all the people that have people, they're sitting in there, they're chilling, whatever, And I remember this woman looked at me, Miss Good News, and she said, "You about to surprise us, aren't you?" I was like, "We'll see." And then I go in and I do my 2 songs, and
what 2 songs?
I did Lose and Growing Pains.
Interesting.
Right?
Why those 2 choices?
Felt right. Literally, that's it.
I love it.
Yeah, that's it. I wanted to do Lose because I was sort of more wavy, but I also want to do Growing Pains because I consider myself a rapper first.
Okay.
And that song is rap.
Why not mine?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Because that was the option that was posed to me. I was like, I just don't want to do that one.
Okay.
Don't know why. But I didn't.
I love that. I'm going to tell you, that right there shows me a small bit of genius. I'm not saying
How?
there's only a small bit of genius.
It's
exists.
okay. It's
So I'm saying it shows that bit shows me. It lets me in. I'm not you, so I don't know how much genius is there.
Yeah.
But it shows me that because mine is a no-brainer.
Yeah, you would think, right?
Right.
You would think.
Right.
Looking back at it, I'm like, I mean, you're right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer, but I just was like, I don't know. It didn't feel right.
That's why you were you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
dope.
don't want to do that.
That's dope. I respect that.
And then I did that. I came out, and me being me, I did my thing. Peace. I'm out. Like I'm. I don't like sticking around. Like I did my thing. Now I'm gonna go back to the other room with the other artists and watch the other artists perform. Like that's the process. This is how it goes. And she got up and she said, "Where are you going?" Started chasing me down the hallway. I was like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah.
And she said, "Whatever it is, you have it. Like I wanna like you have it." And then she started telling me all these different things, and it was just nice to be accepted by someone that was in that room, that's in that culture.
Yeah.
And it was different for me. Like she did not need to come up to me and say that. There's no reason. She didn't do that to everybody else. I know she didn't, because everyone else performed and came instantly right back in. So like to have someone say
to recognize the light.
And she didn't, and the thing that made me appreciate it even more was she told me, she was like, I didn't really like Lose, but Growing Pains is it. So the one thing that like I do take pride over, she was like, you got that.
And we talk last song on the album, right? I think intros and outros are very important.
Absolutely.
They help set a lot.
Yeah.
Something to prove. Part of me hopes that I lose. Overthinking my own thoughts. Keep my hands on 10 and 2. My vision is the focus, and I'm focused on my vision. I made a habit of sticking to decisions. I like my truth blunt, lit and past. Like my lies a little sweet. Even though I doubt myself, people look up to me. This is a reintroduction, I should start this way. Too many opinions in mine, and the first tape dropped their weight, and we shot higher. Shout out to the ones I hired and fired. Shout out to the ones I hired and fired. Shout out to the ones I hired and fired.
Shout out to the ones
So I'm gonna go on and give my perspective of what the it is.
Absolutely.
And hearing that song. The it was truth.
Yeah.
The it was truth. The it was self-proclaiming. The it was
Absolutely.
being able to identify who the fuck I am.
That it's a struggle.
Right? So before we even start this conversation, this interview.
Oh, we're starting now?
You like that?
was
Before
good.
we started this,
Yeah.
my bro called me.
Absolutely.
You saw that,
I did.
right?
I wasn't trying to be Snoopy. I'm sorry.
No. But I'm going to.
I'm gonna let you do you.
I'm proving. I'm showing you how it has to be seen. I know who the fuck I am. I said, if you love me, it's love, right?
Yeah.
You saying what you saying says I love myself and I love everybody here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But I'm gonna say what the fuck I gotta say,
That's facts.
and that's the it of what I'm talking about. That, and I'm only using that because I'm saying that it takes real. When they say real, recognize real. It's a cliche line, but I'm using
authentic though.
I'm using a moment that you and I just experienced this, so I can help identify what now to your story what the it was, and when I listen to that, what the it is, it's the truth of self and proclaiming who I am.
Yeah.
Knowing who I am, standing 10 toes down.
Facts.
So when you put that on the outro, why is that the outro?
Because I felt like mine and Growing Pains were on the same focus.
Yeah.
And I wanted to end the way I started.
Yeah.
I just liked the Growing Pains more because it felt more classic to me. It felt more like you got some dust off the vinyl and was like, what is this? Like it felt bigger to me.
Yeah. It felt like you were ending on a grand stage.
Yeah, it's like done. This is it.
I'm gonna say this, right? You're in an interesting space.
Okay.
You're in a real interesting space that I'm really excited to watch.
Thank you.
And I don't know how much of you know, because only you know your path, you know your mission, you know everything that's moving forward. Though, when we talk about artists, you're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. When we talk about artists here, there is a sound. There's a wave. As always, anytime you're in the ocean, there's gonna be waves. There's gonna be fish.
Okay, I like that.
Right. Hey, because we're all the unfinished artists, and that's
absolutely
why I respect.
You're never finished,
right? And that's why I can never look at somebody and say, "Oh, that's trash," because you're just unfinished.
Yeah.
So though you are, every gem and every crystal is different cut.
Yeah.
You're cut for something different. How much longer do you see yourself here in Charlotte?
In Charlotte?
Musically,
personally, I don't like the idea that you have to leave to make it.
Okay.
Like, why?
So what do you bring to Charlotte?
Authenticity.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Because I respect your answers. Is there ever a time that the shark realizes the fishbowl has become too small?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I know where you were heading with that. But I do feel like Charlotte is a small pond, and it's very easy to be a big fish. However, just because you're a big fish in a small pond doesn't mean you're a big fish in a bigger pond. And that really
So I need one of those reggae bombs.
It gets right here. Yeah, it just gets it does. It's something that I do think about.
Yeah.
And I do have a song that's gonna be my next single, and like I was not respectful.
Ooh,
Yeah.
See,
I'm so excited.
That's the it. I'm excited. I want to hear that too. Man, I hope I get a little sneak of that one.
I'll play it to you after. Yeah,
all right,
absolutely.
bet. All right, so, I love that because you see, and I love how you said that too, because sometimes we do leave to go to other cities to be I need to hang with the big dogs.
Yeah. What's that?
So now with you claiming yourself here in Charlotte. The interesting space that I was speaking on too will give you more background to my thinking behind that.
Yeah, I definitely want to know what that
is. I see someone that is. It's like seeing a candle, and then becoming closer to it and realizing it was a torch the whole time.
I think you're speaking on something that someone has said to me before. It was sort of like you're like an onion. I need you to peel back those layers. And when they said that, I was like, you're right. And that's one of the things that I feel like I didn't fully accomplish on Timeless, which unfinished artist, which makes sense because I had a stranger come up to me and they listened to it, and even a stranger knows that I really didn't give all of myself. I gave like just enough,
just giving a little bit,
just enough to make it work and like do my thing, but I didn't give everything I could have. And that's something that
Is it ever possible to, though? Because life has we're in so many different modes, right? Like, I can never say that. I can just say it in metaphorically that it's a candle, but then you get closer and it's a torch. Yeah. Because I too have worked on projects, and I'm like, I wasn't mentally, spiritually, emotionally in a place. Yes, I can record the music and I can rap it, but to now have to act it out.
Yeah. That. Yeah.
And now I got to do some more living first.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it kind of is possible.
Yeah.
I think it's possible to be fully there in the moment. And I feel like if you're fully there in the moment when you're writing it, then you accomplished it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mean to like veer, but I feel like in my next album, I'm definitely doing that because it's just different. Like, it's different. I'm giving different parts of myself that I felt like I couldn't do, that I couldn't give before. And one of the problems that I have as an artist is it's almost like I don't want to talk about certain things because in my mind, if it's about someone or a certain situation, then that certain someone or that situation won because I'm giving attention to it. but I had to stop thinking like that because that's not healthy, first off. And then second, it's like, that's my story too. Like, that's my life. So why shouldn't I talk on that? Why shouldn't I dive into that emotion? Or why shouldn't I talk about this or that? Like, I just need to. And
you could do it. You could do it in a way where it's actually healing to you.
Absolutely. I could show you a few songs after we're done and be like, that's different.
Like I feel that. I love that you said you were, not avoiding it, because it actually creeps up on us more and more. The more that we try to, all right, I'm not gonna do because it's gonna make this person not fuck it.
Nah, fuck it, man.
I'm an artist. They're not, or they are, and they can do what they need to do. But I need to release the way I need to release, and this is how I do it. Now you can address me, and it doesn't have to get there. Or when it happens, it happens. So what? So what?
So what? Absolutely.
Music is made off some kind of inspiration from life.
Absolutely. Yeah. Good music.
Yeah, good music. So like, it's going to happen. So what? So now you're working on your new project. You're working on a new album. I'm not going to get too much in the process because this is timeless right now.
Absolutely.
Finishing this project, do you look to perform these songs coming into this new summer? Outside, we're back open, we're out here. How do you look as now promoting? It's been there for a while now. How do you look at yourself? Okay, I want to do some shows real quick. How do you get the energy back, or not back? I don't like that word. How do you get the energy rolling? That's a better word.
To perform these songs, like
how do you get the energy rolling for your next? You didn't, because you didn't perform this album. You didn't. I mean, we were inside COVID. It was winter.
I think it. Well, for this next one, I already have the concept. I can see the artwork, and I feel like once you can see it, it's over. Like, once you get the concept of it, once you could actually see it yourself, I feel like it's different. And I guess looking forward to performances and stuff, I'm definitely going to perform some of Timeless. I'll dive into Mixed Emotions because, I mean, it's still music. Like, just because it's old doesn't mean it's not good. You have improved, and you might want to just rely on the new stuff, but you put just as much work into the old stuff. Like, I want that to shine as well. Like Light Switch Lover, I would love to do that outside. Love to do that with the whole crowd and everything like that. Mine would absolutely kill that. That would be amazing. Like
that is because that one,
Like, I would love to perform some of these, but I definitely I think what you're saying, like, it's definitely different. Like, the new stuff is definitely different.
Exactly.
But so I just need to remind myself that I still made that. I still made that old stuff. So I feel like I should still perform that.
Man, that's fire. That's fire. Yo, congratulations, Timeless. You created an intention and you created a path that I'm blessed and I'm honored to do this interview with you about this project, because
honored as well.
I can legit put this on my 2 years, 3 years from now, 5 years, whoever you turn into. I can be like, damn, I did that. I did that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking my shit too.
Absolutely.
But it's dope.
I mean, this is the first. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Nah, go ahead. This is the first interview.
This is the first interview that's gonna be out there. Yeah.
Wow,
definitely.
that's dope. That's dope. Hey, yo, to that, you set an intention. You were very strategic behind everything you did. And that's why we're here in this moment now. We're not in this moment now because of anything outside of the intentions. I can't even put any hypothetical situation. Everything you did mattered. And that's why I'm just saying this, because I want you to, we as artists are going to have moments where, okay, go back. The candle and the torch. There are sometimes you light that candle as soon as it goes out. But you can still light it again.
You can.
Right?
Absolutely.
And I recognize the energy in the room. So I'm just going to make sure I throw more gas. Somebody say gas it up. I want to throw more gas on it because I'm excited for my music. I'm excited to see where you are mentally with the music. Like I said, it's a candle, but when you get closer, it's a torch. And sooner or later, that torch is going to fall off the holster, and then it just blazes. You got it. So when that happens,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be ready to see the whole temple be on fire because it's gonna be lit.
Well, thank you. I am excited for that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Any last words you want to tell people about the music? Anything that you want to just peel back a little bit more of that onion? Some more funk for them?
I think they got it all.
Oh, damn. They got it all. Hey, yo, we are out of here. Y'all got it all. Hey, when somebody says, nah, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. Hey, this is and always the Unfinished Artist, hosted by Poeticlee, Poeticle, Dominick Charrette.
I know.
Come
It's
on.
a tough one.
Well, it's not tough as much as it's smooth. It's like your wine glasses. And this is a commercial break. Psych.
Easy wine glasses.
No, but real talk. I do want to say, yo, easy. These wine glasses, I'm not sure how they're going to be seen, but cool. Make sure you see it. This is very classy. I think this is the next step of what makes you it. Is that product matters as artists. It's not like we can just sell our CDs anymore. No. We have to sell a bunch of other shit to get what we want to really get out of it all the way through. Yeah. It shows the business side of you. And so salute on that. I'm definitely gonna pour up some nice to this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna listen to that Timeless and some new shit. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. However you were listening, however you watching this podcast, you can watch it on YouTube. It's there, man. The Unfinished Artist. We here. We out. Let's. I'm a vibe out real quick. This is how I do. This is how I make sure we vibe out on something. And I saved this one for the last. So
Which one was
you already know.
Oh yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Gig rocks. Fuck off. I'm not saying sorry no more. If I wouldn't say it twice, I shouldn't say it at all. There's a lot of apologies that I should withdraw. A couple conversations that should have been a missed call. And a handful of texts that I should have never said. Wanna text me about what I did. I ain't did shit, so hit me with it. If I did what you said, I would say, hell yeah, I fucking did it. Usual suspect, where's the proof? Get a hold of the lies and truth. Insecure, don't blame me.